Yep, welcome back to the house in Fata Morgana. Last time, we found out the white haired girl's backstory. Basically, her family, her father was expelled from the Rhodes Manor that he worked at because they didn't like his paintings. So her family became destitute and they were poor and they were wandering around towns. And her dad died and she came to the mansion to take revenge, but the people of the family were very kind to her and she fell in love with Mel, so she changed her mind, and now Mel offered to have her be adopted by an aristocratic family and marry her in the future, which seems good, but I think things are about to become very bad this episode. I think Nellie's got a word to say in the matter. Alright. Did I save? I think I did. Not lock. Load. Okay. A slow killing poison. That's a new song? The volume. Okay. Dot dot dot. Now, Nellie, you love the theater, so don't look so cross. Oh no, it's Arthur. The guy she didn't like. Nellie was out with a man other than her brother that evening, a rare sight indeed. And she was quite clearly in a foul mood. I will not stand for this. That I should have to marry a man as disagreeable as Archer. It's unthinkable. The young man at her side was Nellie's fiancé, selected by her parents. On any other occasion, she would have snubbed an invitation from any man who was not Mel, but she had little say in this matter. She was, for lack of a better word, forced to go out with him. And oh, how fiercely she had fought against it. She had shoved aside the Abigail trying to fasten her corset, locked herself in her room, and sobbed for quite some time. It required the combined efforts of several of us to get her ready and out the door for her date. Come now, you should at least pretend you're enjoying yourself. Or do you want people to think we don't get along? Do we get along? Well, I want to, for what it's worth. Arthur seems like a nice guy. What it's worth to you is my name, not me. Are you really going to be like that? I went out of my way to take you to your favorite play. The least you could do is be a little kinder to me. What was it called again? Romeo and Juliet? It's been running for 6 or 7 years now. A family like yours or mine could pay to have a brand new script written. So why should we have to see an old play at a theater full of commoners? It may be private, but even so, I'd rather just have a show put on at my estate. Wait, Archer seems like kind of a baller. Stop talking already. Why should I have to marry someone like you? I have absolutely no desire to marry you. Whatever it takes, I will put a stop to this. I'll talk to father as many times as I must. Please don't make such a scene. It's shameful. There are people around. Remember, you represent your family. Besides, our families are hardly strangers to one another. Try as you might, I doubt you can get rid of me. No matter what you say, you can't break this engagement. You don't. Your parents gave you too much freedom, and look what a spoiled little girl you became because of it. Goodness, you're going to be quite the handful. Oh, get off your high horse. No, you're the one on the high horse, Nellie. If you're going to be my wife, you could at least put some effort into liking me. Okay, becoming a bit less of a baller. Dot dot dot. What happens when I take you to a social engagement and you act like this? It's shameful to the both of us. This coming from someone who used to call me Lady Nellie. What's your problem? When you choose to act like a lady, I'll gladly call you that again. He's an asshole, but he's a little based. He's a little based. Goodness gracious. Put yourself in my shoes for a second. I have to marry a bratty little girl because it will have my family. How dare you talk about me that way? You're not a damn princess. Open your eyes. If you think talking to your father will get you out of this marriage, you're welcome to try. I doubt he'll have it though. Dot dot dot. I mean, Archer is also being forced to marry you just as much as you're being forced to marry him, right? Otherwise, you can just go complain about it to your friends. Oh, that's right. As far as I'm aware, you don't have any friends. wait. I like Archer. Wait a second. Archer rising up the ranks quickly. Fucking got her with that one. Enough. As you wish. This is so frustrating. Why should I have to listen to this jerk mock me? I have Mel. I know. If Father won't listen to me, I'll ask Mel to talk to him. Mel will be able to convince him. Come on now, your favorite play's about to start. Maybe you should face forward. Enjoy it while it lasts. You won't be talking down to me much longer. Yeah, about that. What? Is that... Or are they at the play? Wait, Nellie, get back here. What is that damn child's problem? I didn't give her permission to leave. Father will be sure to hear about this. I cannot have the Rhodes making any more of a fool of me. You're fine, don't be shy. She's wearing a dress. Nellie is not gonna like this, but so many people are looking at me. Haha, that's because you're gorgeous. No, it's because I look strange. I assure you that's not the case. It is true you have an unusual appearance. Okay, but surely your parents aren't gonna accept this, right? If they're making Nellie marry Archer, they wouldn't just accept you marrying like a random, like, homeless girl. I assure you that's not the case. It is true you have an unusual appearance. But right now, the unique color of your hair, your skin, and your eyes all serve to accentuate your beauty. You sound like a prince, Lord Mal. Well, you think so? I mean, I did say I'd be a stand-in prince for you, but I think you're a wonderful prince. Not just a stand-in, which makes you my princess then. I don't. Ah, you're supposed to say yes I am there. You're going to make me sad. I guess I'll just have to keep working at it until you submit. Okay, don't say it like that. ... Oh, hey, the play's about to start. What am I supposed to be doing? You're supposed to open your eyes and look at it. Nothing in particular. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Oh, but there is one thing. Yes? If I start dozing off, could you maybe wake me up? Ha ha ha. Good one, Mel. What? Dearest Mel. Nellie? Dearest Mel, what are you doing here? I asked her to join me. It's nothing to get worked up over. It is. It absolutely is. How many times did I ask you to come with me and you wouldn't? Okay, that is true. That is kind of that is kind of fucked up. You don't even like theater, dearest Mel, and you brought her? You're right. I'm not especially fond of plays, but I wanted her to be able to see one. Why are you making such a big deal out of this, Nellie? She's not suitable for you. What? She isn't good enough for you. Why would you choose her? She's creepy and you have no idea where she came from. Don't talk about her like that, Nellie. But you don't even know who her family is. I do. What? Lord Mal? It's fine, you just stay quiet. Like the other maids, she comes from a respectable house. I looked into it. However, circumstances prevent me from telling you what house that is. No, you're lying. That can't be. She doesn't act like a lady. She lacks etiquette, and she probably can't even dance. You expect me to believe someone like her is from a good house? Enough is enough already, Nellie. Mel yelled at me. Oh, that's a sad sprite. You have my word. You don't have to worry about her. So please, stay out of this, Nellie. It isn't any of your business if I spend time with her, is it? But there's no... You need to stop hanging all over me, Nellie, and find someone for... Wait. What are you doing at the theater? Are you here alone? Oh yes, dearest Mel. About that, I have a favor to ask of you. I've been waiting to talk to you about this since yesterday, but I haven't seen you at all. Settle down, Nellie. What is it? Father had me engaged without consulting me, and he picked Archer, that disagreeable little... Oh, right, that. I already know. What? I heard it from Father. That reminds me, you didn't show up at breakfast this morning. I see now. It was because of your engagement. Dearest Mel. Is that who you're here with today? In that case, you should get back to him rather than waste any more time with us. Okay, you're being kind of a dick about this, though. I get that Nellie is probably gonna do something fucked up in a few scenes, but you're not being the best brother right now. You knew I didn't want to get married, Mel, so why? Why didn't you talk Father out of it? Because it's your time, Nellie. Okay. If there's someone else you'd rather be with, then, well, you can try persuading Father. But, yeah, she's 14. She's got to get married. I mean, her eggs are about to dry up. Okay, you're falling down the rankings pretty quickly right now, Mel. You're the only prince for me, dearest Mel. And a prince always grants his princess wishes. Doesn't he? I just want you to say you'll do that for me, dearest Mel. Lady Nellie. You stay out of this. It's all your fault. It's all because you showed up and played your little tricks on him. I warned you about this rat, dearest Mel. She's not suitable for... I told you I'd had enough already. What the fuck? How much longer are you going to continue acting like a child? Did he fucking slap her? I can deal with you being a spoiled little girl, but how dare you be so derisive to someone else? I agree that you shouldn't be insulting her, but she's 14 and she's in a pretty difficult situation and you're not being very supportive. So I can understand that she would be a little angry in the situation and say some things that she shouldn't be saying. Mel, hit me. Lord Mel. Go on, the show's about to start. People are giving us dirty looks. Return to your betrothed now. I will apologize to him afterwards as well. Okay, Mel stocks are plummeting right now. You said you would always be by my side. That you would always be my prince. The time for make-believe is past, Nellie. No, I refuse to believe it. I will not have it. Nellie. My goodness, that girl. Are you not going to go after her, Lord Mel? No, just let her go. I mean, you can, like, defend her. You can defend your fucking girlfriend without, like, fucking being so mean to Nellie. Just let her go. The only place she even has to go is home. I just wish she'd start acting a little more like an adult. Yeah, she's 14. I mean, she's gotta... if she's not an adult now, when is she gonna be? I mean, to be fair, I guess this is like start of the 17th century. People would consider adults like way earlier than they are nowadays. I imagine Lady Nellie simply... She what? No, it just wasn't my intention to get between you. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault we had an argument. But you two are so close. Well, yeah, we're siblings, so we're close, but nothing more. Is this... Because Romeo and Juliet has been brought up multiple times in this story. Is this story gonna end like Romeo and Juliet did? We're siblings, so we're close, but nothing more. ... I do care about Nellie, and I enjoy spending time with her. But she's my sister, nothing more. Anyway, sorry for making such a scene. No, I imagine she left her betrothed behind without saying anything, so I'm going to go apologize to him. We have to keep up appearances. Really? I didn't get this vibe from your character. So far in the story, you've seemed like someone who wouldn't care about those types of things, but I don't know. Stay here, I'll be right back. Very well. Master, what are your thoughts on the tale so far? Which of the siblings do you think was in the right? Master, the brother, or the sister? Oh, I apologize for the abrupt question. Did I actually get to answer? Did I startle you? What do I think? Yes, I believe Mel was probably right. He was also surely happier than her. As Mel has anticipated, Nellie fled from the theater, leaving her fiancé behind. I mean, I don't think any of them are like 100% in the wrong, but in this specific scene, I would definitely put like 70% of the blame on Mel, maybe 80%. The bad thing that Nellie is doing is like insulting her boyfriend's, insulting her brother's girlfriend, and also being like emotionally attached to her brother and like wanting to marry him or something. But that's it, really. But Mel is like being very not supportive of her sister when she's going through a tough time. He's like really overreacting to her insulting the white-haired girl when she's in an emotional state. Just being very mean also. Yeah, I would definitely put most of the blame on Mel in that specific scene. As Mel had anticipated, Nellie fled from the theater, leaving her fiancé behind. She forced her way into a carriage stopped outside, probably one called for a different nobleman, and ordered it to take her home. Mel's assumption was correct. The only place she had to return to was the mansion. The sun was beginning to set, and as a young lady, she could not simply go wandering through town alone. Nor did she have any acquaintance to take her in. As fucking sad, her world was, in essence, composed of two elements, her brother and the rose garden. They were the light of her life at Rose Manor. She lived a very isolated existence. Just like the princess in the tower. When she escaped back home, Nellie went straight to her room, locked the door, and began sobbing. The waves of her sorrow came crashing effortlessly over the levees? What is a levee? An embankment built to prevent the overflow of a river. How does that make sense in this context? I don't get it. Okay, whatever. Oh, it's like metaphorical, like it's overflowing. Okay, I get it. Tears streamed through the cracked walls of the dams, blocking her tear ducts. Yeah, okay. Why won't you help me, Mel? Why won't you take my side? The decor in her room appeared blurry to her damp eyes. Memories of the day she had redecorated played back in her mind with crystal clarity. She told me she had no feelings for you. That liar, that liar! She let her emotions run wild, breaking glass craftwork, silver plates designed by famous foreign artisans, flower vases, all sorts of things. It was as though a beast had been set loose in her bedchamber. The vase she tossed shattered against a painting hanging on the wall, spraying water, porcelain, and roses in every direction. It was the portrait she adored so dearly of her and her brother. Wait, did fucking white-hair girl's father paint that one? We saw the painting earlier. And in what appeared to her like a metaphor for her life, the frame fell off its mounting and came crashing to the floor. Nellie darted over and scooped it up. The frame had broken, but the painting inside was unharmed. The two smiling children were still the very image of happiness, inseparable siblings gently holding one another's hand. My prince is no more. Though in her present state of mind, the image of happiness brought her nothing but misery, and the worse she felt, the more frustrated she grew at the smiling girl and kind boy of her past. The princess is no more either. You're not the princess anymore, Nellie. It's punished, Nellie, now. Some other woman has taken your place. I trusted you, Mel. I believed you would always be there for me. This painting is nothing but a lie. That's not the real Mel. That's not the real me. It's all a big fat lie. A lie. I wish this painting never existed. That it was never made. And then the genie pops out and says, I can grant you your wish. That I never had a brother. This painting. In a fit of emotional distress, she scratched feverishly at the painting she once considered precious. She put more force into her fingers than she, or perhaps anyone, might have imagined she could. Flakes of paint began falling off the canvas, and in time she noticed something peculiar. Is the name of the artist going to be written? Huh? What? Is this writing? Something's hidden beneath the paint? Just a little more. A date? Why would that be hidden? What could it be for? Completed May 1587. 1587? She read aloud the faded, scratched-up handwriting. After staring blankly at the text for some time, the color in her face began to drain. What is this? How could this have been painted 16 years ago? Oh, wait, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, wait a second. They wouldn't have been born yet. Because they were... Yeah. I wasn't even born yet then, and Mel would have just been a baby. Is this not me? Is this not Mel? There's still more writing. Urged on by a rapidly pounding heart, Nellie furiously scratched away at the painting. Even as her clean pink fingernails were soiled with fragments of paint and blood, she did not stop. She was so overwhelmed by trepidation that she could not stop. She had a horrible premonition that something was about to happen, something indescribable, incomprehensible. This is how I envision your son and our unborn daughter might look several years from now. Okay, so your mother is a witch. your mother can see into the future. Your son and our unborn daughter. Oh wait, so they're not actually siblings? Is that what we're saying? So this was a painting of the future? Then it really is of me and Mel. No, use your head, stupid. I'm only 14. 16 years ago, I would not have even been inside Mother. But then... But then who is this? Who is that holding Mel's hand? That's also not Mel, because he doesn't look like 1 year old. Who is this? Who is that with my brother? More. There has to be. Ow. Found it. There's more writing. I have to know what this is. Calm down, Nellie. It's nothing to get worked up over. I'm sure it's nothing. Yeah, it's not. You should just shred in the garbage. Really, it's not even. Don't even worry about it. Come down and read. There's nothing to worry about. If our unborn child, this is what the writing on the painting said. If our unborn child does not have your hair color, then you will probably not be able to take her in as your own. I will be punished and my life made miserable. And so I pray that this child might have flaxen hair. Hang on. May 1587. So I envision your son and our unborn daughter might look several years from now. They're talking about her. ... Though is it a sin to wish she has in her heart? Is it a sin to wish she has in her a trace of me? I do hope it is a girl. What am I reading? I don't get it. Someone tell me, what does this mean? Is the white-haired girl also Mel's sister? And they just like gave her to the painter because she didn't have flaxen hair? Yeah, I'm not sure. What do you? Why can you not take her in if she doesn't have the correct hair color? Oh, cause I get it. Cause you're saying then it wouldn't be his child, right? Because there's some infidelity, right? Because that's why you would be punished and your life made miserable, all that. I think that's how I'm reading this. Someone tell me, what does this mean? A painting from 16 years ago. Hair color, sin. I do hope it is a girl. Yes? It's Nellie, let me in. Lady Nellie? Oh, you changed out of your dress. That's a shame, it looked nice on you. Haha, it really did look so nice. Almost like you were a princess. Lady Nellie. Say, I've got a question for you, do you mind? By all means. What color hair did your father have? Okay, yeah, we're going there. I beg your pardon? Did you not hear me? Should I repeat the question? That, I get it. That's why he was kicked out of the house. He was kicked out because he had sex with the mother. And, okay, I get it. No, I assumed it would be about Lord Mel. I'm just so curious about where you got that white color from. My father was more tan than white. So I didn't inherit my paleness from anyone. Ask about your father's hair color. Why would you want to? There's no reason you can't tell me, is there? My father had white hair. But that was simply because he was an older man. I do not think he was born with... Ha 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 ha. Lady Nellie. Ha 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 ha. Hey, guess what? I figured it out. I figured it all out. Ha ha ha. And it was so simple. There's only one difference between you and me. The thing that Mel fell for is... Why do you have those? No, stay back. Uh-oh. We have finally reached this point in the tale, Master. That would also explain why the family even took her in as a maid. Probably because they knew she was, yeah, she was like from the family. Yeah, man, fucking Mel is just destined to fuck his sister, regardless of who he chooses. We have finally reached this point in the tale, Master. If your memory has been refreshed, and we can return to the mansion immediately. Very well then. If you insist, Master, we shall proceed with the story. It was a stormy night, much like the one the white-haired girl had first arrived on. It was quiet as a crypt in the mansion, not a single light visible in the halls. The house sat and waited for the sun to peek out over the horizon. The darkness is, generally speaking, something that brushes by like a gust of wind as we sleep. The flaxen-haired young man, too, lay in bed, pale blue moonlight sporadically streaming through the gaps in his drawn velvet curtains as he attempted to submit to slumber. He was having difficulty drifting off, but as time trickled onwards, he drew closer and closer to the arms of Morpheus. Suddenly, he sensed a presence in the room, much like the one from those nights some week earlier. Is someone there? Uh-oh. Answer. A slender feminine finger pressed gently against his lip. Nellie? There was no hostility in the motion, but rather a great deal of affection. The silhouette faintly visible in the dark room is the same as that night. A flash of lightning shone through the dark drawn curtains, illuminating her beautiful white hair. Oh, never mind. Several silky locks spilled over her shoulders and brushed against Mel's cheeks. A couple soft puffs of hair tickled his face as though she were silently laughing. He assumed her fingers held against his lips was her way of telling him to stay quiet. Is she fucking... She began to slowly, delicately trace the outline of his mouth, moving down his cheek and along his jawline as if over porcelain. You're rather more forward than I remember. Well, I suppose you always were quite daring. This probably isn't it, but is Nellie fucking holding up the girl's decapitated head in front of him and just using her other hand to like stroke him? Like, this isn't the first time you've sneaked into my bedchamber. The boy said in an attempt to conceal his surprise. You remember the night she came to exact revenge on him for her father? Indeed, she had proven herself to be a rather bold girl once already. It's dark, I can't see you very well. Uh-oh. Why don't I light a lamp? Or perhaps we could open the... Before he could finish, the white-haired girl sealed his lips with her own. In the near total darkness of his bedchamber, the two shadows appeared as one. They remained that way for several minutes. Their kiss was innocent, no more than the pressing together of two pair of lips. And at the same time, the white-haired girl lovingly ran her fingertips across his skin. When her lips separated, Mel gasped for hair. It seemed he had been holding his breath. Sadly embarrassed at himself, he said, "Whoa, dearest Mel." Hello, Nellie. Nothing. He could not speak. The silhouette hanging above him was certainly the white-haired girl's, or was it? Because his next words were, "Get off me!" He reflectively shoved the girl, straddling him aside. She rolled off the bed, landing on the cold floor, but slowly, gradually, she crawled her way back towards him. That wasn't very nice. Veiled in darkness, she slowly lifted her head, and then there was another flash of lightning. The heavy fabric of the curtains rustled bolts of lightning streaming between the gaps. Her flaxen irises glimmered, though in the bluish-white light they took on a twinge of almost golden glow. Did you like cut off her hair and just like put it on as a wig or something, or did you dye your hair white? Could you dye your hair white back then in the 17th century? No need to be so rough. This isn't the first time she's visited your bedchamber, is it, Mel? Or did I not kiss you the same way? Tell me, how does she run her fingers across your skin? What does she do when she nuzzles you up to you? Stop this madness, Nellie. Why would you do this? Because you like white hair, don't you, Mel? You like white hair, which is why you fell for her, isn't it? Haha, so if I have white hair, then you'll fall for me too. And I can be your princess again, dearest Mel. What are you even talking about? I could not escape from her, from his sister's piercing gaze. Why? What happened? How could she? Questions crashed into the young man's mind like waves in a stormy sea, but none of them found answers. They simply caused him further perplexity. Your hair? What happened to your hair? How did you get it that color? Oh, this? Oh. You like my wig? Okay, yeah. Okay, but like, how would you even get it as a wig? Because if you just cut off the hair, it would be like in strands. It would like... It wouldn't be a wig. I guess maybe if she cut off the scalp and just put on the scalp over her head. But as soon as the words left her mouth, Mel was in motion, propelled by pure instinct. He clenched Nellie's shoulders tight enough to dig his fingers into her flesh. You're hurting me, Mel. What did you do to her? Tell me, what did you do? I made her leave. It was a perfectly reasonable decision. She was obviously not an ability, and thus hardly fit to be a part of this household. Okay, it's a bit loud. But there's no need to worry, Mel. I'm here to take her place. Okay, you sound like a mad woman. It doesn't matter if she was of noble blood or not. She promised she would stay by my side. So how could you do that to her? I promised you that long before she ever did. And I love you far more than she did, Mel. Have you lost your mind? You're not making any sense. Where is she now? What is she doing? It's always her with you. What more could you want from me? Tell me, what does she have that I don't? Why do I have to get you to focus on me and only me? You're my sister. She's also your sister. What? We're siblings. Don't you understand what you're doing? Oh, I understand it quite well. Far better than you do, dearest Mel. I even know the former queen was executed for it. But if we don't get caught, there's no problem. Nellie, are you saying you've always felt this way about me? Obviously. Oh my, you didn't notice, dearest Mel? You truly are a dense one. Yeah, I guess romance just isn't your strong suit. But you've noticed now, haven't you? Volume a bit. You know exactly how I feel about you, right? Quit it. Enough. Don't say anything else. Stop having these insane feelings for me. It's disgusting. Ha 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 ha. What are you laughing about? Poor Mel, content in your complete ignorance. Alright, I'll tell you everything. Mel, you can only love blood-related women. Yeah, true. Huh? His cackling sister appeared to him like some kind of inhuman life form. Her actions and incomprehensible exclamations slowly drained him of his strength. What kind of deranged nonsense is that? I love her. She's your sister, Mel. Haha, very funny. How far out of your mind have you gone, Nellie? Poor Mel. Do you honestly know nothing? Say that her father was a painter? He painted pictures for a living. What of it? For a time, her father painted for our family. You've seen the picture before, dearest Mel. The one hanging in my room, the two of us. It was painted by her father. He did a good job, didn't he? I kept asking and asking until he finally agreed to hold my hand. And how did you feel about that? You were rather embarrassed, weren't you? Do you remember that day, dearest Mel? You couldn't possibly remember it. There's a chance you might remember this. Before we moved to this mansion, we had a painter with white hair. I don't remember any such thing. He was long ago a painter in service of the Rhodes family. That painter did something very, very bad, and because of that, he couldn't remain a part of our household. Do you know what he did, Mel? He lay with Mother. My father was chased from your house. If the child had been born with flaxen hair, then the painter would not have been thrown out. The baby would have been accepted as part of the family. But that wasn't how it turned out. The child had white hair. She didn't look at all like she carried the Rhodes family blood. I mean, I guess they didn't know what, like, albinism was back in the day, but she could have been. She could have just been born albino from this family. But see, Mother had me. That I'm here is all the proof you need. The girl born 16 years ago didn't have flaxen hair. Up until his last breath, he was only ever concerned about me. He held me in his arms and ran his hands through my hair, an apologetic look on his face. Ah, you're talking total nonsense. What proof do you have? If you want to see it, I'll gladly show you. The artist left a message in the painting in my room. Tell me, am I truly wrong? What did that girl tell you? You're lying. What part of it is a lie, Mel? Everything I'm telling you is the truth. Why didn't you go ask Mother? I'm sure she would throw quite the fit. Mother wouldn't... The mistress did not send me away when she saw me. Yeah, because she recognized you. Quite the opposite. She took me in as a servant. I like how we're getting like all the foreshadowing like in this italic text. It never made sense to me. Why would she hire a maid she knew nothing about? Someone who just showed up at the door one day. And when I asked Mother to make her my maid, she stubbornly refused. From a good house, don't make me laugh. If she were really nobility, she would have given us her name. But Mother was so desperate to cover up her mistake. Ha 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 ha. That doesn't make any sense. I don't believe a word you're saying. It couldn't possibly be true. Wouldn't it be nice if you could bury your head in the sand? But Mel, feigning ignorance is a sin. No, I refuse to believe it. Not a chance in hell. You just don't understand anything. How I feel, how much I've suffered. Do you have any idea how long I've loved you? Knowing that you would never accept my affection? But then, fancy that. You fell in love with your half-sister. And I should qualify for your love too. I mean, half-sister versus full-on sister, it's not the same. Sure not, Mel. Ooh, the laugh. Stop it. Enough. Shut your mouth. Not another word. I don't believe any of this. Mel. I know you'll never love me. I know there's nowhere for me to run. Say, when we were kids, was that really me? Was I really by your side, Mel? That painting tells the whole truth. I was never once did I get to be your princess. Not even once. Dearest Mel, everyone just loves to dote on me. They're always telling me how pretty I am. Mother does, father does, and all the maids do too. I can do anything I want. So for me, acting like a spoiled child is the only form of rebellion I have. I don't have the kind of freedom you do, Mel. I'm just a doll for the family to play with. When I have visitors, it's only ever for show. So it's not my fault that I don't have friends. Dearest Mel, you're the only one who's ever cared about me more than anything in the world. Dearest Mel, I always knew how I would react if you fell in love. I would cry my eyes out. I would envy her to death. I would get angry as a bull. But eventually, I would have given up. I knew I could never have it my way after all. My feelings would never bear fruit. So why did she have to be your sister? Tell me, why? Oh, we're back here? Oh, well, dearest Mel, here you are again, reading such hard books. Your eyes will go bad if you spend too long staring at pages. I'll be fine, Nellie. It's not like I'm reading 24 hours a day. No, that's not good enough. If your eyes go bad, dearest Mel, you won't be able to see me anymore. Ah, you worry too much. I can see you fine and well, my princess. Your hair glimmering like the sun and your beautiful smile. I can see you clear as day, and that'll never change. Oh, the music and the fucking background becoming red. Plus, the skies are clear today, so you're even more radiant than usual. You know, this is my favorite season. Winter's cold and there's so much rain, I can't stand it. But as it gets closer to my birthday, the clouds go away. And I just adore the sun. Ah yes, it's almost your birthday, isn't it? Have you decided what you're going to ask Father for? Not yet. I want pretty dolls and shoes with sparkling gems. And I also want a pretty dress like the one Mother wears. Haha, a list that long is asking a bit much, even for Father. But dearest Mel. I already have what I want the most. So the truth is, as long as I have that, I don't need anything else. Oh, and what would that be? The hairpin they bought for you the other day? Or maybe the song they had written for you last year? None of that, dearest Mel. Huh? Then what could it be? Now I'm really curious. What is it that's so valuable to you? That's a secret. Girls have so many secrets, I just don't know what to do. Say, dearest Mel, would you run your fingers through my hair? Just for a little bit. Oh, that's spooky. What's gone into you, Nellie? Why are you so hungry for attention all of a sudden? Please, dearest Mel. Whoa. What am I going to do with... This is a really, really cool scene. What am I going to do with you? Come over here. And I want to sit on your lap. Yes, yes, as you wish, my beautiful little princess. Say, dearest Mel? What is it this time, Nellie? Right now, I'm so incredibly... happy. Oh, and out of curiosity, who was it that you really cared so much about? Ha ha ha. In a fevered frenzy, Mel fled from the mansion. Even in early summer, the night was cold, and to make matters worse, raindrops pelted him from head to toe. That caused him little discomfort, for a far greater maelstrom of pain rampaged within his breast. At night, the town took on a different appearance. Not simply for lack of illumination, but people active within it as well. It was not a suitable place for a young, aristocratic man to go wandering unattended. Sorry. The darkness is not only the abode of devils, but of beggars, thieves, criminals, and all manners of things undesirable. But despite that, he continued to run, knowing not where he was to head. He simply went where his feet took him. And where he arrived was the church, yeah. Father, Father, God should be able to offer me counsel, to answer all my questions. Yeah, about that. About the painting, about her, and about Nellie's feelings. Not her lies, but the truth. Please, open the door. Open the door! But as you might expect, the door was locked, and the priest showed no signs of responding to his calls. The sound of the pouring rain drowned out everything else. Ugh. His head drooped feebly. He looked like a helpless little calf who had wandered alone onto a dark, precarious mountain path with no ends in sight. Why? Why won't anyone tell me the truth? All I want is for someone to tell me it's not true. Have I sinned? No, I didn't know anything. I didn't know. No, none of it is true. So I haven't done anything wrong. I am not at fault, am I? Nevertheless, his sister's claims and her laughs continued to echo within his head. I wonder, was incest actually like a big deal in the 17th century? I'm not like a big history buff, so I'm not sure. But I know, like, isn't it the meme in like the fucking Crusader King games that there's a bunch of incest all the time? That takes place like a couple centuries earlier, though, I think. So maybe the morality would have changed in the 17th century. I'm not sure. If he truly believed it to be false, he would have gone to look at the painting. That he could not was an indication that uncertainty had a stronger grip on him. Fragmented images of a white-haired painter fluttered through the back of his mind, but he desperately shoved them aside. What good is the church? What good is theology? What good is God? What? Something moved near the boy. It stood immediately behind him and grasped his light dressing gown. He had been so consumed in his own world that he had not noticed the person's presence until they were close enough to touch him. What? Who are you? Sitting there was a beggar dressed in tattered rags. Still begging at the church? The hooded beggar tentatively extended his hand towards Mel, pleading for relief with sad, slender fingers. Were he a generous young man, Mel would have given the beggar something. Were he generous, of course. Lord, get your filthy hands off me. I don't have a damn thing to give you right now. Don't you dare touch me. Oh, interesting. Compared to earlier in the story when he was giving him alms. Suddenly, the beggar's head turned upward. My eyes catch the beggar's. Her hood fell backward, revealing her hairless head. What? And a pair of red eyes gazing bitterly, though with a familiar distinctive glimmer, at Nell. Red eyes. She immediately covered her face and turned to run. It can't be. Beggar that's always been here was a... But you said yourself that they would not survive much longer. Wait. I don't get it. That it was a woman, you mean? Because this isn't the white-haired girl, right? That wouldn't make any sense. But you said yourself that they would not survive much longer. How could you be certain that she was that same beggar? Wait for me. Perhaps that as someone of such high social standing, all beggars are created the same to you? Or perhaps you wanted to believe your meager generosity made a difference, that you did something of value. I will not say it is wrong to think so. Wait for me. I chase after the fleeing girl. Though I shout for her to stop, she continues to run. The rain is so heavy, I'm afraid I might lose her. I'm terrified. But I didn't do anything wrong, did I? I'm begging you, please stop. I just want to talk. So it is her this time, but it wasn't her before. I mean, is it like I said earlier in like the beggar at the church earlier in the story was her father and then he died. This time it was her. She comes to a stop at a corner. Please do not go around this corner. It's you, isn't it? I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? What I said back there was terrible, and for that I'm truly sorry. I didn't realize it was you. Please, come back to me. If you're concerned about social status, I'll figure something out. And Nellie's getting married off soon enough. Oh, yes, Nellie. Nellie did some horrible things to you. She's lost her mind. She was talking nonsense. But don't worry, she'll be out of the picture soon enough. I'll make sure you're safe. Say something, please. Are you angry? You're angry, aren't you? I am not angry at you. I am not. Did you know everything? Did you come to our house aware of everything? What? Did you? Tell me, please. The priest isn't around and everything Nellie says is a lie. You're the only one who will tell me if it's not true. What do you... A relationship? I don't understand what you're saying. Haha. I see. You don't know. You don't know. It's for the best. Haha. Yeah, just don't tell her. Ha. Nellie's the only one who knows, and she'll be gone before long. Everything will be alright. But Mel, it'll all be alright. Let's go back. I'll make sure you're never put in danger again. I beg you, stay with me. My appearance is no longer suitable to stand at your side. You saw how unsightly I am by the church, did you not? Hair can grow back. That's not a problem. Now I truly look the part of the hideous witch. Why I am to blame. It was a sin for me to find happiness in your kindness. What are you talking about? My sin was falling in love with you. Not what happened to my father, nor how we had to spend our days. There's no sin in that. We have our whole lives ahead of us, don't we? With enough time, this whole tragic mess will be behind us. Things will only get better from here. I'll be your prince, like the one who took the girl to see the outside world. So please, give me your hand. Come to me. Don't leave me all alone. I need you by my side. Please. I extend my hand around the corner. I sense her hesitating beyond the bend. I'm begging you. I can't see what's on the other side, but the vision of her reaching out to put her hand in mine wells up in my mind. But that story never had an ending. What? She doesn't take my hand. I doubt the girl ever wrote that letter. She's not there when I turn the corner. Why? How did things end up like this? Where did that go wrong? Oh God. Your error was likely your kindness. Thoughtlessly, haphazardly spreading your generosity. But that generosity came from your own desire to avoid pain, for your own happiness. What should I have done? I can't take this. Everyone was happy. Nellie used to laugh and smile. She once meant the world to me. How did things end up like this? It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. If you pretend like nothing happened, then perhaps they can go on smiling in your head. But regardless, you must follow the path you tread. It is your path alone, the path you chose when, in that moment, you decide to run. Make the wrong choices in those moments, and you shall find yourself on the road to ruin, like you said earlier. I would have been better off not knowing, better off in the dark. I just wanted those tranquil days to last. They were supposed to last forever. At some point, your childhood must come to an end. And that ending may not be the one you anticipated. You can't stand this world. You yearn for a world that would treat you with kindness. What should I do? What should I have done? Someone, please, help me. You should return now. If you spend too long out here, you're liable to catch a cold. Now let's return to our own time. Ooh. Wasn't really there. Still not quite sure what's going on with that maid. Like, is she inserting herself into the story and she wasn't really there when this took place? Or is she like a ghost? Or the crestfallen young man faded into the distance and the decrepit double doors clacked shut. Through the shattered glass you could see only the ruins of a garden, not a single rose growing within. You had evidently returned from the past. In the garden, weeds grew taller than people. You found it difficult to look at. A wolf howled in the distance. The children, the sea of roses, and the white-haired girl were nowhere to be found. You and the maid who called you master were the only people present in the mansion. What happened to them next? Oh, master, you would know better than I. Haha. You cannot remember? It seems this is quite serious then. Worry not, my loyalty lies with you, master. The mansion is witness more yet. Let's make our way to the second door. Chapter 2. Your hands in hers, the maid guided you back to the kitchen and into the tea room. Her palms were still cold. You felt as though you were clenching ice. Master, do you wish to know the truth no matter what may be hidden within? Or, if it is something you would be happier not knowing, would you rather remain in the dark? Oh, is that so? Are we male right now? I wonder about their father. Yes, the flaxen-haired sibling's father. Do you think he knew about the white-haired girl? If he did, then perhaps he allowed her to stay because of how deeply he loved his wife. Or maybe because he did not want people to find out about her. I expect he too experienced many different emotions, but those pages of his story remain untold. Your parents likely had a turbulent tale as well, but Terry's is not of consequence. To whom, I could not tell you. You and the maid crossed through the entrance hall, continuing your trek. At some point, the fire in the fireplace had faded to embers, emphasizing the lack of light within the mansion. The maid took a candlestick and lit it in the cinders. The small flame illuminated her pale face. On a whim, you asked the maid about herself. About me? I'm a maid devoted to your service, master, as I have said. Oh, what was that? You are interested in my name? You flatter me. I truly do appreciate the question, but you are more than welcome to simply call me the maid. Okay, but there are other maids in the story, so it's a bit confusing if we just call you that. Also, it would make me much happier to hear you say my name after you have recalled who you are, master. A subtle smile rose to the maid's face, after which she began to lead you down a first-floor corridor. Still holding the maid's hand, you passed in front of a full-length mirror. In it reflected the warm light of the candle, which disappeared out of range shortly after. What do we look like? Oh my, is something the matter? Did you come across something peculiar? Haha. The maid had not appeared in the mirror. She was not the only one without a reflection. Okay, so we're both ghosts? You reached the end of the corridor. There appeared to be a doorway, but the door itself was long since gone, leaving only a hole in the wall to frame the stairs behind it. Without hesitation, the maid descended into the darkness. You have more interest in this mansion, master, than in a mere maid, do you not? Though it pains me to say as much in your presence, master, this house is cursed. Yes, it is a curse that runs deep. As you just bore witness to, the majority of those who dwell within these walls fall into misfortune. I have served here for many years, and periods of happiness are as fleeting as a sugar cube in a cup of hot tea. Why did such tragedies befall them? If I were to guess, master, it was because you had not returned. But when you remember your true self, the mansion's curse should be broken. Okay, so we're not anyone who was in that last story then. The next door is before us. It appeared to be the entrance to a cellar. This consolate wooden door was visibly rotten in several places, and it seemed it might crumble at a single touch. You could hear the sound of something devouring meat beyond the door. Maybe there was a beast living within. Before you had a chance to say you thought it was dangerous. Yeah, I forgot, but whenever it's talking about us in these scenes, the U is capitalized. The maid opened the door with a chilling smile on her face. Your first impression was that it smelled of blood. The second door.
So is it 17-7? Okay, I'm confused because
at the beginning of the last story, we saw the scene of Nellie and Mel playing as kids, and then the maid said that this was 8 years in the past, but it's not, because we're seeing 1707 right now. And also, she made some references, like she talked about how books were easier to copy in our day than they were in the day of the story, which would imply that we're much farther in the future. So I don't know why she said that. That was 8 years into the past. Was it 8 years into the past from like the rest of that story? I don't think so, because Nellie didn't look like she was 6 years old, and Mel didn't look like he was 9. He looked like he was like maybe like 13 or 14, and Nellie could have been like 9 or 10 maybe. But not 8 years. Like she wouldn't have been 6 years old. That's way too young, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna save for now and leave this story for next time. Yeah, that was a good story with that was a good story, like the first door, I guess we should call it, or chapter 1. Or I guess how did I say this? It was very well told, but I don't know if I care about the story that much. I mean, I do care about the story. I'm not saying it correctly. What I mean is like the events of the story aren't that interesting to me. Like, it is a pretty typical story. Like, I'm pretty sure I've read books with this, like, a story that is extremely similar to what happened in chapter 1. But it was told extremely well, which still makes it very enjoyable to read. Yeah. I'm interested to see if the other stories are going to be connected with each other, like if there's going to be some true line, either like narratively or thematically. And also I'm interested to see if we're going to get more wild with it, like, because that was a pretty conservative story, not conservative, but like pretty classic story, I guess is the way to say it. Like guy who like dates a girl who's like new, and it turns out that it's his sister. Like, I feel like I've seen that in so many stories. That is a really common trope for some reason. But yeah, I still really enjoyed it. As always, the prose is excellent, and it's got like thematic cohesion. It's obviously like very well thought out. So I'm excited to see what the door number 2 is going to be about. 1707 it said, right? So 18th century. I don't know enough about history to say what was going on in that time. Yeah, let's look it up. Let's do some research right now. 1707. Wait. Early 18th century. What was happening? The early 18th century saw the height of the Age of Enlightenment, a period of intellectual and scientific advancement marked by reason and new philosophical ideas. This era also witnessed major global conflict, the rise of new global power, the beginnings of the Industrial Revolution. That would be like late 18th century though. That wouldn't be early 18th century, right? Through inventions like the steam engine and significant cultural and artistic developments in both Europe and other parts of the world. There was the War of Succession. England and Scotland united to form Great Britain in 1707. Wait, that's the year the story takes place. And also the story takes place in Britain, right? So maybe that's going to be part of it. The nation grew into a dominant global power, rivaling France and Spain. Growth of empires, revolutions. The era saw the flourishing of both the Omate Baroque and the more delicate Rococo artistic styles. Alright. Sounds interesting. We'll see what this is about next time. Yeah, alright, gonna end it here. Alright, see you.